Hey y'all, what I want to talk about in this video, this is really important to me because this was like an eye opener. And once I had this epiphany, it's like, damn, I've been around narcissistic people my whole entire life. And by me being around narcissistic people my whole entire life, it was like I was a magnet to attract these type of people into my life because of how I was raised. Um, with that being said, both of my parents were narcissistic, especially my mother. I I lived with my mother. My father wasn't there. Whatever. That's a whole different topic. However, my mother groomed me for emotional abuse. She groomed me for, just being around narcissistic, toxic individuals. And even though this is my own mother I'm talking about, but she is the most toxic person I have ever met in my entire life. And by me making this video and talking about it, it's like a wow, I can't believe it, because really and truly, my mother set me up for failure when it comes to love and relationships and attracting narcissistic people, people pleasing, not feeling good enough, emotional abuse. My mother had groomed me to be around these type of people once I got older. Um, just growing up, when I was a child, my mother wasn't really there. She worked all the time. However, I feel that the issues came about once I became a teenager, and once I was, I guess, like growing into my looks. For the longest, I never thought I was attractive. And one of the main reasons why I never thought I was attractive, because my mom never told me I was, or she never like verbally expressed how beautiful I am, or you look good today or something, or she never told me she loved me or anything like that. So being in this household of not feeling good enough, or not getting compliments from my own parents, or not feeling, or not getting like the security that I needed for myself, and for me to grow and evolve as a person. Once I became an adult, it was like things that I was searching for outside of myself, because my mother never instilled in me that I am powerful, I am beautiful, and you don't need nobody to validate you. Like, all this that I'm talking about, I had to learn this once I got older. But living under the same roof as with a narcissistic parent, that fucked me up to where I didn't know my worth. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know my purpose. I didn't know anything. I didn't know my talents. I thought I didn't have any talents. I didn't have any goals. Like, I didn't have nothing. Um okay, so back to what I was talking about. So my mother, she used to always like emotionally abuse me, and she used to always like compare herself to me, and it was just so weird. The thing is, I'm a teenager, so I knew that it was weird. I knew this wasn't normal behavior, but my mother groomed me to be like codependent on her, so I won't leave the house. And for the longest, I stayed with my mother for a very, very, very long time. I just moved out on my own like 2 years ago. And my mother pretty much instilled in me that I need to stay under her roof. Moving out, she just put fear into me to pretty much, I was scared to venture out and do my own thing. Like, I was so codependent on my mother. And she never like encouraged me. Like, yeah, Justina, maybe you can move out. Maybe you should do this. Maybe you should do that. It was like everything that I wanted to do, my narcissistic mother like shut that down, or she will tell me all the reasons why I shouldn't move out on my own, or why I shouldn't buy a new vehicle. You know, it was like she wasn't like a positive reinforcement in my life. She was very, very negative. And the type of things she would do, I remember one day, and this is the emotional abuse and how she was just setting me up, just playing all types of games with mental games with me, and just doing stuff to emotionally and mentally abuse me. I remember one day I was at work and my mother had called me. I could have been in my early 20s, like 19, 20 or something like that. My mother called me when I was at work. She was like, hey, I'm going to Subway. Do you want a sandwich or something from them? Like, yeah, I'm getting off in like the next 2 hours. Give me a sandwich. Okay, what type of sandwich you want? Give me the Italian BMT, cheese, Chipotle, mayonnaise, no tomatoes, no cucumbers. And I'm being specific like this because she asked me what I want for my sandwich, right? But I'm going to get into that. So I'm telling her, I'm like, yeah, no tomatoes, no cucumbers, no pickles. I don't like that shit. Just make sure you put extra jalapenos, mayonnaise, some mustard, spicy mustard. You know, I'm just telling my mom the whole nine on what I want for my sandwich. Okay, boom. Give me a root beer, easy ice, and I want 2 chocolate chip cookies. So my mother was like, okay, I have your food ready for you when you get off. I get home and my brother was sitting on the couch eating on a Subway sandwich. So I didn't think nothing of it. I ignored it, whatever. So I go in the kitchen and I'm looking for my Subway sandwich. I don't see it. I look on top of the microwave. No sandwich on top of the microwave. I look inside of the microwave. No sandwich inside of the microwave. I go back in the kitchen. Now I look in the refrigerator. No sandwich in the refrigerator. So I'm just looking around, and I'm like, where the fuck is my food? My mama gonna say, oh, I gave it to your brother. Now, let me add this. Me and my brother, we are like 14 years apart, right? So I'm the baby sister. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, why the fuck would you give my food away to my overgrown ass brother? You know, like, what was so hard to say, this food is for your sister, you gonna have to buy you some, or you gonna have to get your own? My mama literally gave him my food, y'all. She gave him my food that I specifically ordered. Okay. Another how she was like manipulative and like emotional abusing me. She was angry about like my brother. She asked my brother for some money or something, and he didn't want to give it to her. So my mama was pretty much talking shit to me about how my brother don't like to help out and give her money and stuff like that. So once I told my brother, my mama heard me talking to him in the room. And I was like, mama was, complaining that you don't give her money and stuff like that. She gonna say, I didn't say that. She lying. And I'm like, you did say that. So my brother was like, Justina, why are you lying? So that's how she set up the manipulation and She even had flying monkeys, aka which would be my brother, to like be on her side and to pretty much call me a liar and stuff. But really and truly, my mom was talking shit about my brother. But if I say something, she painted this image that I was the liar. I was the one that's always initiating drama, confusion, lies. But really, I wasn't lying. It was my mom. But she manipulated the situation to where she even got my brother to be on her side for me to look like I'm the liar. I'm always the one that's always talking shit. Or I'm the one that's always starting shit. But really, it was always the other way around. It was my mom that was always talking shit, complaining. And if I try to intervene and like try to, well, if my brother's not giving you any money, like maybe I can ask him and see if he'll give you some money, whatever. Like by me being the peacemaker or trying to be the peacemaker, she flipped the script on me to where she made it look like it was me that was always starting stuff. And my brother believed it. My brother, he never believed anything I say. So the narcissistic abuse is still going on to this very day. I don't stay at my mom's house. Like I said, I've been out her house for the past 2 years, and for the longest, she groomed me to believe that I should always stay under her roof, and I should always just need her help. It was kind of like, since she groomed me to always want to depend on her. Just like the narcissist will groom you so you can always depend on them, and you want to depend on yourself and like make decisions and do things for yourself. The narcissist wants you to always look for them for help. And that's what my mom did. Like she always groomed me to always want to be under her and not venture out and like do my own thing. Another example, how she would like lie on me and manipulate the situation. I don't stay there anymore. So my brother that's 13 or 14 years older than me, he stays at that house. And my mom was washing his clothes, and she told me that she found a receipt in his pants pocket, and he had $50,000 in his bank account, right? So the reason why that's significant, because he don't help out over there. He don't give her any money. He don't pay no bills or nothing, right? He do the bare minimum. And my mom was complaining once again that, he have so much money in his bank account and he don't give her nothing. Okay, cool. So I don't know why, but as the little big sister, I called my brother and I said, hey, mom is complaining that you don't help out, you don't do anything, you don't give any money. And she said, you have $50-something thousand in your bank account. Why you lying? Mama didn't tell you that? You fucking idiot. How would I know that? I don't stay there. I don't spend a night there. When I do come over, I come over there to eat and I leave. So my mom even manipulated my brother to pretty much, look at me like a liar too, So my mom called me. I guess my brother went back and told my mom what I said. And she called me and was like, why did you tell him that I seen his bank account? You are a liar. You always try to start something. And I'm like, what? Are y'all fucking stupid? And the thing is, I believe that my brother is a narcissistic person too. But anyways, they both fucking stupid as hell, because like I tell y'all, I don't stay there. How would it, if it's true or not true, which it is true, how would I know this information? And it's like nobody is taking accountability. Like, damn, how will Justina know this information if she don't stay here? So it's like now Once again, I'm being looked at as the person that's starting the drama, the person that's making up lies. But it's like, how the fuck can I make this up? I don't wash clothes down there. I have my own, this closet right here, this is my washer and dryer. I have my own washer and dryer. I'm in my own house. I don't have to lie or make up anything. But the point is, what type of mother will lie on their daughter or manipulate their daughter, manipulate other people to not like her daughter or to look at their daughter any kind of way? This is not normal fucking behavior. Okay, so another narcissistic trait, the comparison. My mother is 31 years older than me, okay? My nephew was at her house, and I ended up just going down there, just, going to my mama's house, regular, normal day, whatever. My nephew was in the living room playing the Xbox, and I walk in, and when my mama heard me walk in, she gonna tell my nephew who's bigger out of me and her, and she put her hand on her hip, like modeling for my nephew. And my nephew didn't want to answer the question. And I'm like, what? Why would you ask him that? Come on, JC, answer the question. Who's the biggest out of me and her? So my nephew, he's still like hesitant to answer the question. That's a weird fucking question. Why a person that's 31 years older than fucking me, why are you even comparing yourself to me in the first fucking place? Okay, so I'm bigger than my mom, right? And I feel that she wanted like that validation, or she wanted somebody to make her feel good by comparing herself to me while putting me down in the process. So my nephew not saying nothing, right? And my mom was like, okay, so answer the question, who's the biggest out of me and her? And my nephew was like, man, Granny, I'm not about to answer that. My nephew at the time when this happened, he could have been like 10, 11 years old. My nephew had more common sense than my own fucking mama. He had more common sense more than his own grandmother, aka the narcissist, okay? So my mother told my nephew, if you don't answer the question, I'm not buying you no B-Bucks. V-Bucks, B-Bucks, whatever the fuck the kids be using to play games with. My nephew gonna say, Justina is the biggest out of both of y'all. And my mama started laughing. And I'm just sitting there like, really? Like, you had to compare yourself to me to make yourself feel better about yourself? Wow. So I just ended up leaving. I left her house because that pissed me off. Why the fuck are you even comparing yourself to me in the first place? And I could have said some shit like, okay, yeah, I'm bigger than you, but who's the prettiest though? I could have been petty and I could have said some shit like that back to my mom. But this is my mother we're talking about. This is not a friend. This is not my cousin. This is my mom, a person that pushed me out of her vagina. So this makes this video even more weirder. And the things that I'm telling y'all, it makes it more weird and stupid that a person that gave birth to me lies in my face, lied to other people about me, compares themselves to me, a person that never gave me compliments, a person that never uplifted me, never said anything positive. My mom is a negative spirit, and I feel that once I removed myself from under her roof, that's when things started to prosper for me. And that's so fucked up to say, because this is my mother. And it goes back to the longer you stay or be around a narcissist, you will either become a narcissist or they will hinder you from growing. And that's what I had to learn about my mother, I feel like I would have been way more much further in life than what I am today if I would have been moved around and left from underneath her roof a long time ago. Or if I would have, the things I'm telling y'all, like if I would have took action on, trying to move out and move away from this person after all the things she was doing and saying about me and stuff, I would have been so much further in life. And then I didn't have, and one of the reasons I feel that I don't have a relationship with my dad, because of my mom, aka the narcissist. She will go back and tell him, like, all the negative things I done did. She never told him anything positive, because she never even told me nothing positive about myself. So I know for sure she wasn't telling him nothing positive. Like, I remember when I was a teenager, I could have been like 13 or 14. I got caught stealing out of Walmart. So my mom went back and called my dad to tell him, yeah, your daughter was stealing out of Walmart. And when my mom told me that, when she picked me up from jail, from the juvenile center. So she was like, yeah, I had talked to your dad and I told him that I was picking you up and he was supposed to come with me, but he didn't come. So in my mind, I'm like, why the fuck would you even tell him that, I'm in jail, I went to jail? He already don't fuck with me as it is. And then by you're not making the situation even better by telling him that I'm doing criminal activity, and it was just so weird. Like, my mother used to always tell me that, yeah, your dad, he'll make comments about how you so big and you need to lose weight and stuff. The thing is, I've been overweight my whole entire life, and my mom used to tell me these things that my dad used to say about me. So again, by her telling me negative comments from other people, which is my father, she already was emotionally abusing me, or she was already making me have this false perception of myself, which is, people don't like you because you're overweight. So that was already like hindering me from growing as well, because if this is coming from my own parents. If my own parents, my own mother is telling me that, your dad talk about how big you are and stuff like this, and then, by my mom coming back and telling me this, it's like subconsciously I'm already putting out there that I don't love myself. I'm looking for different people to love me and accept me for who I am, because my parents never accepted me from who I was. So it was like I was already like groomed, and I was already set up for the emotional abuse, mental abuse from narcissistic parents. And that's why it rolled over into my adulthood for me to continue to attract narcissistic people into my relationships because of how my parents treated me. And now just talking about it, that's my mother, the person that gave birth to me, the person that, that's my mom. However, my mom, she wasn't good for me at all. Like, she was this lady, it was just so much things that she used to do. Like, if I come to her house, what the fuck? Why are you over here? And then she'll be talking to me like that in front of my brother, in front of my nephew. And the thing is, the only thing I did was just walk in. I just walked in the house, and you asking me why the fuck I'm here, and what are you doing down here? Oh, you in the kitchen? You should be tired of being in the kitchen, huh? She'll say stuff like that. But when it's time for her to talk to my brother and to my nephew, it was like she talked to them with respect, and she will talk to them like, like they matter. But when it came to me, it was like she always singled me out and was always talking to me crazy, and I feel like she's by her talking to me crazy and doing that in front of my brother and my nephew, I feel that's why I don't have a close relationship with them as well, because they already look at me different from how the narcissist, aka my mom, treated me. It was just so much stuff. Like, I remember that I had got into an argument with my brother's ex-wife. Well, his wife at the time. They divorced now. But when me and her was arguing, the thing is, I'm a teenager. Everything I'm telling y'all, this is happened when I was a teenager. So these people are like, my brother's ex-wife, she's like 10, 12 years older than me. My brother like 13, 14 years older than me. And then my mom is like 31 years older than me, right? And the ex-wife, me and her got into a fight, like an actual fist fight. And my mom was going back telling the ex-wife stuff about me. And when me and the ex-wife got into an argument, she put on Facebook, that's why you this, that's why you that. You know, and these are things that my mom only knew about. Or, you know, like, I'm trying to see, because I want to really just put what was said. Never mind. But the thing is, that the things the ex-wife was putting on Facebook, it was things that I told my mom about. And so pretty much it was like my mom was gossiping, talking about me to the ex-wife. And the ex-wife was using that and putting it on Facebook. You know, talking about, it was like nobody came to my defenses or nothing. And these are old ass people at that. You know, I'm a teenager at the time. So it was like my mom didn't have my back. My brother didn't have my back. It was like nobody had my back. And I always felt like I was the black sheep. And my dad told me this too when I was a teenager. You the black sheep. And it, like, stuff like that, it always stuck with me. So me being the black sheep, me being overweight, my parents, my mom comparing herself to me, you know, all that shit stuck with me. And like I said, it spilled over into my relationships, to where I was attracting narcissistic people. And to me, it starts within the household. So that by me being around narcissistic people, I was a people pleaser. I was afraid to speak up for myself. I was afraid to be myself. Because it was like growing up in a narcissistic household, by me standing up for myself, I was already immediately called a liar. You know, so I was already brainwashed to not believe in myself and not speak up for myself, because I was automatically shut down and called a liar, and people just not listening to me. So that automatically made me just not stand up for myself, be quiet, you know, accept when people is mistreating me, doing me wrong, saying all types of mean, nasty things to me, and I'm not saying anything back. I'm not standing up for myself. And all that came from how I grew up. And I grew up not to speak up for myself. I grew up to be called a liar and people not listening to me because I'm overweight. I'm the black sheep. You know, all these negative remarks that was just thrown at me growing up. And I felt that that's why I never felt that I was attractive, because of how my parents treated me, you know? And it's just so fucked up. It's really fucked up, but I feel that we go through these life lessons to learn and to grow from these lessons, so we can be better people. And truth be told, I'm kind of grateful that I did go through what I went through, because I wouldn't be the person that I am today. And the reason why I was kind of quiet just now, because I was thinking of another incident. Me and my mom went shopping. We went to J.C. Penney's when I was a teenager. Went to J.C. Penney's and the police came up there. And this was after my mom. This was after when I got caught stealing from out of Walmart when I was like 14 years old. So this could have been maybe when I was 16 or something. Me and my mom went to J.C. Penney's and the police was up there. The police came inside the store. Y'all know my mom had left me. My mom left me in the store. I'm 16 years old. 16. She left me in the store. So that groomed me to have like abandonment issues and neglect, So I'm 16 years old. My mom left me at the store. Didn't turn around, didn't come back. I had to catch the bus back home. And luckily, I had a couple of dollars in my pocket. But my mom left me at the store. And, all that just played into me not feeling good enough, not being good enough because, people didn't, my own mother left me at the store. My own mother used to always call me names or compared herself to me, how I'm so big. And, my own dad called me the black sheep of the family. Don't nobody like me, so it was like, I always had these false narratives attached to me. And truth be told, these people, my mother and my father, the people that emotionally abuse me the most, or the less successful in life, they haven't accomplished shit. My dad been staying in his apartment, a bullshit ghetto ass apartment at that. He's been in his apartment for like 30 some years, 20 some years. He been in his apartment for 30 some years. And then my mom, she been in apartments all her life. So with that being said, it was like I was dealing with emotional, mental, what else? Emotional and mental abuse. Not physical, really. I didn't deal with physical. I was just dealing with all verbal abuse. Emotional, physical, verbal abuse from people that never even owned a house. Of people that never moved into a house. Of people that never been financially stable. Never been financially abundant. Okay? And it was like I took everything they said into heart, and it's like now me being a grown-ass woman, they not wealthy, they not successful, they don't have businesses. My dad used to have a business, but I don't know what's going on with him. Who gives a fuck? But it was like these people had so much to say about me and my appearance, and I'm a liar, manipulating me, made me feel like I wasn't nothing, and it was like they made me feel this way, and couldn't find out they not successful. They don't have nothing going on. Like, my mom worked for a company for 30, 40, 50 plus years, like she didn't have anything successful. And the thing is, she worked for that company for so long and still didn't move into a home. She still stay in an apartment. But yes, she always had so much negative things to say about me. Abandoned me, left me at the fucking store when I was a teenager, okay? I had to catch the bus home. I had to catch so many buses home. And it's crazy, like, just talking about my experience. And this is just some of my experiences, okay? This is not even half. This is just some. And the thing is, I'm grateful, I'm blessed that I'm able to talk about my story and, just to talk about it and bring awareness that, yeah, we attract narcissists. However, we had to be like growing up in from a narcissistic household, or we had like friends or something that was narcissistic. We had to been around narcissistic people to be groomed to be like a people pleaser and stuff like that. that's why we still continue to attract these people into our lives. And by me putting the pieces together, I was groomed from my parents. And the thing is, I'm a beautiful girl. For the longest, I never thought I was attractive. That's crazy, right? I never thought I was attractive at all. And instead of embracing like the good parts of me, it was like my mom always like poked at my flaws, you know? She never like praised me at all. She always poked at my flaws. Or like if I buy something, she would go buy it, but like buy 2 or 3 of them, just to show like, okay, well, we bought the same thing, but I can buy 3 and you just bought 1. Like, it's just weird, crazy stuff like that. And I was just so in denial, because deep down in my spirit, in my soul, I knew how I was being treated wasn't right. And I was just so in denial because, like I said, this is coming from my own parents. And I was just so afraid to do what was right for myself, which was distance myself from my own mother. I was just so afraid to do so because, for one, she instilled in me that I needed her. And then for 2, it was like, damn, this is my own mom. But I knew that the longer I stayed with her, the longer I still wasn't going to be shit. You know, I was still just very low vibrational, a person that was just negative energy, a person that just felt so bad about themselves. And now that I'm out on my own, I stopped smoking cigarettes. I got me a new job. I'm getting paid more money. I have my own apartment. I have my YouTube channel. I can do tarot readings. I'm a psychic medium. I'm beautiful. I'm amazing. I'm intelligent. I'm very photogenic. I'm a spiritual and a life coach. I'm an advisor. I'm a counselor. It's like I'm all these amazing things. I'm a wife. I'm a girlfriend. I'm a mother. You know, I'm just all these amazing things. And if you was to ask me who I was, oh, bless me. If you was to ask me who I was a few years ago, I couldn't answer that question. And a few years ago, I was still under the roof as my mother, still, you know, being under the narcissist. And it's like now that I broke free from the narcissist, from my narcissistic relationship and from my narcissistic parent, now that I broke free from it, I can tell you, like, if somebody was to ask, who is Justina? Justina is a professional tarot reader. I'm a life coach and spiritual coach. I give advice on love, relationships, life-related questions. I'm a psychic medium. I have psychic abilities. I am a spiritual person. I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I'm a girlfriend. I'm a best friend. I'm photogenic. I am beautiful. I am amazing. I am intelligent. I am an author. I am a writer. I'm a creator. I'm an innovator. Okay? So it's like I have all these amazing things that's attached to my name once I broke free from the narcissist. So that's crazy, y'all. But like I said, it was just so hard for me to admit that the problem wasn't me. The problem was my narcissistic mother and father. And the thing is, I'm not even mad at them. I'm not mad at them because they don't know any better, you know? I'm not mad at them. It is what it is, and they helped me to be the bad bitch that I am today. So I can't say that. But that's all I have to say for this video, y'all. Life with a narcissistic parent. But thank you. Bye-bye.